Good evening, viewers. You'll agree with me that in the absence of a national carrier, the trajectory on aviation has been on a steep decline over the years. What this program seeks to do is to demystify aviation, walk you through the many evolutions it's undergone, and how far technology currently continues to shape the safety of air travel. With some 15 years as a cabin crew, transitioning from Ghana Airways to Ghana International Airlines, then to Fly 540, I'll be your host for this program. My name is Truth Kojoda. You can call me TK. We'll be taking a short comment occasionally here on Earth. Captain, I cannot thank you enough. Captain, you told me that you've been flying for the past 32 years.
That's correct.
So conveniently, I can say that you started flying at age 20.
That's
by your age?
That's right.
Wow. So how many flying hours do you have to your credit, please?
Okay, I started flying at the age 20, but then I was the youngest pilot in Ghana then, 1993. And currently I have close to 10,000 flying hours.
Wow.
10,000 flying hours, yeah.
So how many airlines have you flown for in this past 32 years?
I initially started my flying career right from flight school. Started my flying career with Ghana Airways. I flew the Fokker 28 and then flying the West Coast. Then later on I joined a South African company called Ross Air. And but before I joined Ross Air, I actually flew for a company here in Ghana called Fan Air.
Okay.
Fan Air.
Okay.
Fan Air was the first domestic
airline,
private airline in Ghana,
Yeah.
and then they operated Beach 1900s.
Okay.
I flew for Fan Air. Then again I flew for Mook Air.
Okay.
Mook Air, also a Ghanaian company in partnership with some Danish investors, and I flew for Mook Air as well. And then after that I left. Then I joined Ross Air, South Africa. It was one of the biggest companies in South Africa, besides South African Airways at that time. They had about 120 pilots by then. I flew for Ross Air, and then I was based here in, fortunately I was based here in Ghana, in Accra, and we had a contract for DHL cargo. So we used to fly to Lagos, Cotonou, Lomé, Abidjan, you know, sometimes. And then I flew for Ross Air. Then after I was sent up to Algeria.
Okay.
I did close to 8 years in Algeria.
Okay.
You know, in the, most places in Algeria. I mean, the capital, Algiers. I flew to other cities, but I was mostly based in the Sahara.
Okay.
Yeah, and we had so many contracts there. We had a contract for BHP, Billiton. We had a contract for BP, British Petroleum, Total, which is now called ENI.
Okay.
And so many other companies. So I was actually flying there. Very, very interesting opportunity over there. And then from there, I ended up flying also in Liberia and Monrovia, precisely. And then I went also to Sudan. I flew in Sudan.
Wow, this is interesting.
Yeah. I flew to South Sudan. Name it. All the places in South Sudan, I actually flew there. And from South Sudan, then I went back again to Algeria.
Okay.
Yeah, I did about 1 year there, you know, finished up. Then I came back, and then I flew for CityLink Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah, flying for CityLink Ghana, owned by Captain Nasser. And then from CityLink, I then joined another South African company called National Airways Corporation. And then, yeah, so they had 2 beautiful contracts here in Ghana. One was for AMS, African Mining Services.
Okay.
And the other was for MTN. Yeah, so that's what I did about my career. Yeah.
Wow, Captain, you're living your dream already.
Yeah.
And so, of all these aircrafts, which one do you enjoy flying most?
Flying most, I would say the Dash. Yeah, the Dash 8 is a beautiful aircraft to fly. Very safe, very comfortable. It's really safe. It's a proper machine. Okay. You know, not to say the others were not also good. The Fokker 20 was a beautiful machine as well. The Beech 1900, which I flew, was also a very nice machine. The Kinet 200, also a very nice machine. Very small airplane, but it's quite fast. Okay. Goes up to 35,000 feet. Okay. And then we had one operated by MTN called the Beech 350. Also a very nice machine. But the Dash 8 is a very nice machine.
Dash 8, okay.
I love the Dash.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the Dash.
So let me take you back. Captain, where did the motivation come from? You haven't told us if you come from a family of pilots or if you have aviation experts in your family or if your father was into aviation. Where from? Or is it because you lived around continent, you see planes taking off every now and then? Where from the motivation? Tell us about it, please.
Okay. Initially, when I started growing up, I wanted to be a doctor. Okay. Initially, I wanted to be a doctor. And but a doctor, not a doctor who specializes in gynae or what. No, I wanted to be a pathologist. Okay. Pathologist working in a morgue. Okay. That's what I really wanted to do. Wow. Initially. So I got discouraged. No. If you do medicine, then branch into any aspect of that, but not to work in the morgue. Cutting bodies and So I still have interest for that. Then aviation came to play, and
How did it come?
Yeah, I lived very close, not too far from the airport. Okay. I lived at Labone. I was born and raised up in Labone, around Kofi Baku, Honeysuckle. Okay. Yeah, so most departures are right overhead. Yeah, overhead, our roof. And hearing the sound of the airplanes here and then actually motivated me, brought me closer. And I remember at that time, we had a very renowned Ghana Airways captain, Captain Wood. Okay. Yeah, he eventually went to the Gulf State. And then whenever we saw Captain Wood, in uniform, and it actually motivated us, I might say about 4 of Labone boys eventually became pilots. Okay. Yeah, we all knew each other, we were all friends, and we're still good friends, And that motivated me, and hearing the sound of airplanes, and then that was it. Yeah, it actually stole me. Yeah.
Okay. All right, viewers, we'll go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll explore the topic for today, the history of aviation. Please don't go away. We'll be right back.
Welcome aboard the Flight Deck TV show, your captivating and insightful guide into the world of aviation. The Flight Deck TV show takes you behind the cockpit doors, revealing the fascinating stories and experiences of pilots, cabin crew, and the professionals who keep the skies safe. From takeoff to touchdown, Flight Deck TV show brings you compelling stories from the aviation industry, shedding light on the protocols, communication, and in-flight decisions made by the flight crew. Discover why arriving at the airport on time matters, gain a deeper understanding of aviation ethics, and learn what really goes on behind every flight operation. Let the commander on the Flight Deck TV show navigate this journey safely. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this exceptional experience. The Flight Deck TV show.
Viewers, you're welcome back to the Flight Deck. Captain Nasser, it's good to have you. We're being educated today. Captain, can you tell us a bit about how it all started? a brief history about aviation. We know of the Wright brothers. We know Leonardo da Vinci started something. But if you can just walk us through the history of aviation, as you were told in training school.
Sure. Aviation is very old. It's very old in the first place. It all started by building kites around about 700 years ago, more or less, in China, they say, okay? And then after, in the 15th century, we had the balloons, hot air balloons. And then after, we had the gliders around the 17th, 18th century. We had gliders. And then came the Wright brothers. But before the Wright brothers came in, others came to the picture. Also designed, of so many kinds of design, but the Wright brothers won it at the end of the day. They had a powered, like an engine. It was about 12 horsepower or so, more or less. And it was in the year 1903. Yeah. And they actually took it up to about 120 feet, more or less. And the flight lasted for about 12 or so seconds.
12 seconds, wow.
Yeah, 12 seconds. Wow. Yeah, then after the US Army also came to the picture in the year 1909. And then the Wright brothers also designed an airplane for them as well. Military aircraft. That was three actually aircrafts for the US Army. Then after,
just for use in World War I.
Yes, thereabout. Okay. Yes. Yeah. And then so the Wright brothers, they took credit for aviation. Okay. But before them, I mean, there were actually others. Names I can't remember, but exactly. They also the Italian, they also deserve credit for that. Then came the jet engine by Frank Whistle. Okay, Frank Whistle was a pilot flying for the British Royal Air Force. And he was a pilot and an engineer at the same time too as well. Yes, and then it was together with him and there was another German. I can't really remember the name, but it's another German. Yeah, so there were two, and developed the jet engine. Test actually started somewhere around the late 30s, and then 1930, late 30s, and then somewhere around late 40s, I believe 47 thereabouts. Somehow they were making gains. Then around 1952, they flew the first jet airliner. Okay, it was a de Havilland Comet. Yes, and then then after it, others came to the picture, and then eventually we came and had the more of the turboprops, and then the jet came, jets as well. The Boeing came into place, and then McDonnell Douglas, and then the Airbuses, and then so many companies, so many manufacturers now, a lot. So aviation actually started from somewhere, but here in Ghana, aviation is young. Aviation is still young in Ghana, and I mean the first private airliner that flew, domestic airline that flew here in Ghana was in the year 1997 thereabouts. It was Fan Air. Then Mook Air also came into place. But before then we had Ghana Airways flying, which is no more actually, So aviation has a history. Has a history, but in Ghana it's still young.
It's young, but I think that we have a rich aviation history, which we'll talk about on another episode. We will take the Ghana story as a whole topic and deal with it. We'll take the Ghana aviation story as a whole. Captain, how come, why do you have two pilots? I mean, I look at a vehicle with just one driver. I see ships, one captain. Why do you have two pilots in the flight deck?
Well,
What's the reasoning behind it?
Safety.
Safety, really?
Yeah, that's a safety. I mean, you meet with two. Everyone plays a role. And I mean, you can't, I mean, in aviation, you have two pilots flying. You can't eat the same food.
Okay.
You know, have the same drink, you know, in case one has food poisoning or so, you know.
Oh, wait a minute. So
Yeah.
the captain and the co-pilot cannot have the same meal?
No.
Okay, so in the meal service, captain has a different meal.
That's correct.
Co-pilot has a different meal.
That's correct.
So the idea is that in case one of you is poisoned,
Also.
the other one can live to
Exactly.
deliver the aircraft to the destination. Okay, that's interesting.
You know, and also if one collapses, I mean, if I collapse, God forbid, flying and I collapse, I mean, who takes over? You know, there was an instance where I had a flight and I was a co-pilot by then, and my captain actually collapsed.
Wow.
Yeah, in flight. My captain collapsed, and I continued per normal, landed the plane. It was at night. Yeah, I will never forget that day. So you need to, definitely, yeah. Some aircrafts are made for one, okay. Lighter aircrafts, smaller aircrafts, yeah, trainers, and yeah, some are made for one, but mostly two.
Okay. And your instruments too are two. So once the two pilots there,
That's correct.
everything on the left is on the right.
So everything that has is on the left, same thing you have on the right.
Okay.
And in flying, everything has a backup. You know, everything has a backup. So if you lose your main power grid, let's say here where we are, definitely we have a standby generator. You know, so it's safe. Everything has a backup. You know, so
That's interesting. And we'll go on a commercial break. Please don't go away. We'll be right back.
This show is sponsored by
I'm going to have you appreciate some mentors on this 32-year journey. Yeah, I'd like you to appreciate some on this journey. I know you've encountered some interesting mentors who've taught you lessons, who've held your hand, who brought you this far. I'd like you to recognize and appreciate them.
all right. Before I begin with, I give glory to Allah, the Almighty. Then to my mom. Her name is Suad Muhammad Al-Rubi.
That's the Egyptian lady, right?
That's the Egyptian lady.
Okay.
The Egyptian woman.
To Captain Nasser.
Yeah, she was the first Egyptian to set foot in Ghana.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I give thanks to my mom, my brothers, Saeed, Gamel, my late brother Mohammed. They've been very, very instrumental. My late dad as well. And also, I would like to also give thanks to Air Commodore Manfi. Air Commodore Manfi, former base commander, Ghana Air Force, has been very, very instrumental in my life.
Also former DG of Ghana.
Former DG of Ghana Civil Aviation. Air Marshal Samson Oje,
Okay.
former Chief of Air Staff, former CDS,
yeah.
has been very, very instrumental. In fact, I don't know how to thank him. Also to my former boss, John Kavanagh, former CEO of African Mining Services, and his wife Mabel. They've been very, very, very helpful to me. Captain Muslamti, formerly of Ghana Airways, and his wife Auntie Vero. For them, it's only God who can pay them. And also my current boss, Mr. Edward Annan, the man who refuses to grow.
Yes.
Refusing
to grow.
Yeah, I've learned a lot from him. He's a very good person.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot from him. Remember, the first time I had an encounter with him was in a meeting. We started in a meeting, and I was being asked some questions, you know. And I said, well, I think. He says, no. Don't think. It's either yes or it's a no. Yeah, so it's something that I learned from him.
Yeah.
You know, he's been very, very helpful. Yeah. He's like a father to all of us, and we're really grateful. For those that have not mentioned your names, God bless you all. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll say.
Wow. Viewers, I believe you had a good time staying with us through this episode. I'm sincerely grateful to Captain for making time out of his busy schedule to stay through with us. Captain, we are very, very grateful. It was interesting having you here on set. Viewers, we're signing off. We'll see you again on our next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.